Greetings from Italy! In this video we are going to talk about our region, Umbria. Umbria is situated in the very center of Italy and it's the most verdant region in our country. Perugia is the most important town in Umbria. In fact, it's the regional capital. In here you can visit a ton of beautiful places. For instance, Piazza 4 Novembre, the main square of Perugia. In the middle of this square, there's a wonderful fountain named Fontana Maggiore that was built in the 13th century. This square is located right in the middle of two other important buildings, Palazzo dei Priori and St. Lorenzo's Cathedral. Piazza Italia is another important square in Perugia. It's located next to a panoramic viewpoint, and it is quite famous thanks to a statue of King Vittorio Emanuele III. Rocca Paolina is an underground fortress which dates back to the 16th century. This fortress used to be a jail for Pope's enemies at that time. A large part of the fortress got destroyed in the 19th century and, since then, it became just a monument. The Galleria Nazionale is one of the main art galleries of Italy. It hosts many important medieval paintings, frescoes and mosaics made by world-famous artists, such as Biarella Francesco. If you are into peculiar ways to travel, consider using this curious vehicle, the Minimetrò. It was built almost 10 years ago, and it consists of small electric trains that travel on rails suspended in the air. It's a fast and useful way to travel through the town. This is Leonardo Cenci's Percorso Verde. It's a beautiful park that hosts lots of attractions and places that are suitable for children, teens and adults. There's a place for everyone. There are kids areas, eating areas and a lot of fields where you can play sports. You might be wondering who is Leonardo Cenci. He was an awesome man. He used to help people with serious illnesses. He was sick of cancer, but he had never given up with life or with sport, which were his inspiration source. When he died due to his disease just a few years ago, Perugia decided to dedicate him this park. This is Tresimano Lake. It's the most important and the biggest lake in Umbria. It's the fourth Italian lake sorted by cleanliness. Even though it doesn't look so clean, the pollution index is way below average. In this lake, we can see three islands: Isola Polvese, which is the biggest one, Isola Maggiore, and its sister, Isola Minore, which is uninhabited.
Assisi is the most important religious town of Umbria. Here the Italian saint patron was born. His name was Francesco, Saint Francesco. This is the cathedral dedicated to San Francesco. This cathedral was built in 1230 and it still contains the crypt where the remains of the saint are. People come here every day to pray and pay tribute to the saint. A few steps away from the cathedral, we can find another building dedicated to another saint. We are talking about St. Chiara's Cathedral. This one was built when the saint died, about 30 years after the first cathedral. This one hosts the remains of St. Chiara. Gubbio is the oldest town in Umbria. Imagine how surprising it was for the researchers to find out that the town was built in the Stone Age. If you visit Gubbio, you can't miss the very center of the town, Piazza Grande. From this square, you can admire a stunning sight of the valley that extends under Gubbio. Here, we celebrate one of the most important celebrations in Umbria, the Festa dei Ceri. In this festival, celebrated every year since the 12th century, three groups of people race against each other while carrying a heavy 5 meters tall wood column, known as a cero. Each cero has a statue of a saint protector of Gubbio on the top of it. The saints are Saint Antonio, Saint Giorgio, and the most important one, Saint Ubaldo, which must be the winner of the race. For instance, if the column with Saint Ubaldo falls, the others must stop running and wait for the group of Saint Ubaldo to get back up, and only then they'll be able to resume the race. This celebration is so important that the ceri are the symbols of our region. They are in fact in the flag of our region, as you can see in this image. An awesome place you should totally visit is the Marmore Waterfalls. This vibrant place is probably the most important natural attraction of Umbria. These waterfalls are situated inside a huge natural park, and they are considered as one of the highest in Europe, with a total height that reaches more than 150 meters.